Okay, so it's January 2024. The world is full of possibility. I mean, as much as our world can be full of possibilities. I am at my parents' house, staying with them for a couple weeks while I help take care of my dad. And there's not much to do besides watch YouTube. And do you know when like YouTube randomly decides, hey, it sounds like it's time for you to develop a new hyperfixation, and then they just present you with one? This actually happened to me the other week where I randomly got served up a video from Maya Higa, who has like this sanctuary in Texas, and now I'm like obsessed with the sanctuary in Texas. And I'm like, how does the YouTube gods decide what I'm going to be into? Anyway, so on that particular day, the YouTube gods obviously decided that the thing I needed to be into was productivity, and not just productivity, planners. I needed to become obsessed with planners. That needed to be the only thing that I thought about for 2 whole weeks while I decided which planner I was going to get. And that's exactly what happened. I dove into the intense and aesthetic world of planner culture. And I don't know if you've ever been down that road. I don't know if YouTube has ever made that decision for you, but it is quite the adventure. So basically, I was like, okay, so this is going to be my year. I'm going to find a planner. So me and the rest of the people of YouTube in the YouTube comments were watching all these videos between all the different planners. There's so many different planners, and people were talking about their reasons. There's binders. There's all these complex planning systems. And I was like, okay, well, I clearly need one. I need one to plan my life. If I'm going to do anything in this world, if I'm going to amount to anything, I have to plan. Otherwise, how am I going to do anything? So that's what I did. I went through the process. Again, I spent 2 whole weeks of my life, my precious, precious life, trying to figure out the best planner for me. By the way, I don't want to like take anything away from planners and planning culture. I think planning is super, super sexy. I think people who have the patience and just like the desire to kind of build up systems for their lives in that way, I think it's just so hot. It's really sexy energy that I can't relate to because I've already spoiled it. I spoiled the story, but basically I got my planner and I didn't use it. In fact, here's the planner I got. I got the weeks planner. If you're part of planning YouTube, you've seen this planner. I got the mega edition. It's upside down. Also, not only was I going to plan, I was going to mega plan because the video said that there's extra pages in the back. So if you need more pages to create spreads, you can make your spreads, which is something that I thought I was going to do, is like make a spread when I've never, ever, ever been able to make a spread or do anything like this. I'm always jumping on these bandwagons. A couple of years ago, it was bullet journaling. Do you know how many times I've numbered pages and tried my best to do a bullet journal? So many times. But despite that, I still found myself deep into it and wanting this to be true. And it's just not true for me. Girl, I didn't even it's completely empty. Like, I don't even think I put my name in it. Is my name in it? No. So here's the thing. And here's like my first problem was that I went into this process, again, trying to be somebody that I'm not necessarily, which is somebody who even has a lot of plans. And I'm going to try to say this in a way that doesn't make me sound totally pathetic, but I am a shut-in. Like, I am an introvert. I love to be home. And I also am a business owner who doesn't like meetings. I don't like meetings so much that if I have to have a meeting, if I absolutely have to have one, I will like schedule all this space around it so I don't do anything else because I don't know, it just disrupts me. But with my assistant and anybody I work with, we do on Voxer or Discord or Slack. I like avoid meetings like the plague. So like, what do I need all these spaces for? Like, what am I fucking planning? And then when it comes to friends and stuff, I'll put it in my like Google Calendar. But I mean, because I will like see my friends like once or twice a week, it's not that hard to remember. So I'm not even somebody who has enough plans to like make this relevant. I mean, at least not yet. Like, maybe in the future. But again, like, I've engineered my life to kind of be pretty plan free because I just don't like them. So there's that. And the other thing is that the way that I like structure how I do things, because I run my own business, and I'm a writer, I structure my days, and I like to have a lot of freedom and space in my days. So what I like to do is I could have 3 big priorities for the day and then little to-do list underneath it. And I like to do those every single day because every day is different. So I'll wake up in the morning or the night before, and that's how I'll plan. And the way that I do that is typically in a Google Doc or in my notes app in my phone. That is the most effective way for me to do my planning. And so I feel like the planner was never going to work because it's just too many barriers to entry, right? I like to have things accessible. I like to be able to just jot things down and add to them and change it. I don't want to have to set things up. I like things to be really simple. So just the book itself is kind of a barrier to entry. And this is really interesting too, because I am a notebook person. So I have a notebook that I put everything and I'm always writing in it. It's everything. And even to-do lists go in there. But I don't like to sort of have the formality of the planner because it also feels like a lot of pressure. And this could also be because I did a lot of time watching those videos. And in those videos, there's this huge emphasis on, you've got to have your spreads and do this and do that. And it's just goes against just how I operate as a person. And so I'm saying all this. I dropped my planner. I'm actually going to try to use this planner. I think I'm not going to I think I want to use the pages for something. Maybe it can be content planning for YouTube. Girl, you're not going to use a planner. That's the whole point of this video. What are you talking about? There's that wishful thinking, or I'll probably just give it to my friend who loves planners. Although the year is halfway over and I haven't used it yet. But I guess the lesson to learn is if you're trying to plan and you feel like you want to use a planner, you want to be a bullet journal girly, you want to embody the spirit of the amazing people on YouTube who has made this a lifestyle, you can just not. You don't have to. Everybody has their art. Everybody has the things that they're into. I feel like that's one of my biggest lessons I had to learn becoming an adult is that I feel like not every aesthetic, not everything, just not everything has to be for me. It reminds me of that remember on TikTok a couple months ago when this woman was making a bean soup for her period and the comments were well, what if I don't like bean? Then you just don't eat the soup, right? But when you're sort of online and it feels like you have to sort of consume everything and everything feels like such a great idea and everything's going to change the way you do everything, it's easy to adopt these things, but you don't have to. You can just write on little slips of paper or in your notes or whatever else feels good to you. And that's all I have to say about that. If you like this video and you like exploring the world of being professionally creative, I don't feel like I introduced myself. Hi, I'm Shanae. I am a writer and a business owner, and I come here and do little mini podcasts about kind of being professionally creative. I run a business and I'm a membership that's about being professionally creative and making time for your creativity, productivity, writing, the business side, sustaining yourself while you're being creative, all that stuff. So if you like that, subscribe. Also, if you like to hear sort of pop culture essays about movies and TV shows and stuff like that, stick around too. Those are 2 parts of my personality being melted into one. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, while I have you here, that's my dog shaking. I am hosting a co-working sort of accountability circle club thing, 1 to 2 hours. You can stay as long as you want. Bring something that you've been dying to get done and get it done with a community of other professionally creative people. Bring a YouTube video. I don't know, if you want a bullet journal, do your bullet journal. I don't want to take away from your bliss. By the way, it's the Mummy. I'm working on a video about the Mummy coming soon. Anyway, the details are below. I'm doing one later this month, but also I should be doing 1 a quarter. So if you want to sign up for the waiting list, also learn a little bit more about the community, sign up below. Okay, bye.